Did you know that foster systems no longer exist in the United States? We used to have, not foster system, orphanages. So I remember reading books with orphanages in the books, and I was like, where are the orphanages? I just remember reading and hearing about foster care systems, what happened to the orphanages. And so what I found out actually was studies have shown that when kids when they don't have a parent, there's actually a lot of trauma to their emotional state, their ability to bounce back, their telomeres, which is the ends of your DNA structures, get worn down a lot quicker. Usually they wear down over time with being an adult and, aging and stuff like that. But with the kids that were institutionalized, they're in orphanage systems instead of kids that had parents, they had very short telomeres. And so they realized the importance of having parents in a child's life, no matter in what capacity, was better than actually putting them in an institution, a orphanage, where the ratio was not the same, where you had parents per set of kids. And I just learned something amazing today. I had no idea. I was watching this documentary called The First Circle, and it talked about the struggles with our foster system and the parents that go through drugs and alcohol and addiction, and how they go through rehab, and some parents are like 5 years clean and it seems really promising. And he goes, there's actually a risk between the 5 year to the 7 year mark where you have a chance of relapsing. So even when someone has been doing something for 5 years and you're thinking, oh my gosh, they're doing so good, they've been clean for 5 years, they're not doing alcohol, they're not doing drugs, there's a chance that there's a relapse. And so that's when they start really intensifying relapse therapy to make sure that they increase the chances of the person not falling back into the relapse. Which corresponds to so many themes of our life. One is what doesn't work in your life anymore. Like orphanages used to work, and then they realized we have to find a better system. It doesn't work. And so now, the foster care system, it completely replaced the orphanage system, at least in the United States, because we just found that the foster care system was much better. So I was thinking, well, what areas of my life no longer work? And what things have I phased out and it just doesn't work anymore? And then I was thinking, the people that go into relapse 5 to 7 years after they've been clean for a long time. I used to be on this diehard exercise routine back in 2015. And I was so good all the way through 2018, which is 3 years, right? And all of a sudden, I just kind of fell into a lapse. I started going to life coaching, other stuff, and then I kind of said, well, I'm not a fitness coach anymore, so I'm going to kind of not worry that about so much. And when I stopped worrying about it so much is when I allowed it to actually spiral out of control. It just wasn't a priority. So the funny part is you juggle all these things in the air, and you keep adding balls to juggle. And it's not like you take the balls and you put them down and just juggle these new balls over here. You actually keep juggling the stuff that you have, and you keep adding additional balls, which I've learned recently. So 4 days in a row I've exercised, insanity max 30, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, today's Tuesday, 4 days in a row, still doing it, barely walk, so out of shape, really sore, my calves are killing me and stuff like that. I can barely walk around the office, but it's something I decided to get back to. It's something I decided that I just couldn't neglect any longer. So that's it. That was my 2 takeaways for today, and hopefully you got something of value in today's video. And if you didn't already know, I'm a life coach. I coach people for a living. I coach people to live deeply powerful, profound lives. And if you are at this point in your life where you don't feel like you're living a fulfilling life, a meaningful life, a powerful life, you're not accessing who you truly are, you're not living a life that's aligned with your soul's expansion and growth, then what there is to do is to hire a life coach. And I don't care how you get to me, just get to me. So reach out to me, send me an email, shoot me a text message, call me, Check out my website, YouTube channel, Instagram platform, Facebook. They all have ways for you to communicate with me. Everything's called Soul, S-O-U-L, Elevated Life, Soul Elevated Life. And it's probably time for you to have a life coach in your life. And if you saw any value in this video, please share it. My goal is for my daily message is to reach millions of people every single day, and it starts with one view at a time, one share at a time. So if you saw any value, please go share it. And if you would like to support me in my mission, go over to Soul Elevated Life, the like page for Facebook, and go follow me or like me. Give me a thumbs up. Show me some support. That's it. That's all I have for today. It's time to get Ava ready for bed. And I send you love, light, profound clarity, and infinite possibility to create the life you choose to create that is aligned with your soul's expansion and growth. Always. Sending you lots of love. I will see you tomorrow, and here's to you living a soul elevated life.